Hi everyone. So in this video we are going to understand the structure of an Android project. So once you create a project in your Android Studio, it is going to create two different types of files like XML and Java file. So now this XML file is used to create your front end, that is of your user interface, and your Java file is going to give a functionality to your user interface. So the front end is created in .xml file. So now you can uh, drag and drop all your different types of views and you can create your user interface. So now it is going to give you a structure of your project. So now you can find out on the left corner of your application. So here you can see it consisting two different types of things. One is app and the second one is Gradle script. So now you just click on this app. You can find out different things like manifest, Java, and resource. And again, you can tap on this manifest. You are finding that Android manifest.xml file, and it will create a Java files. Means it depends on your application. It will give you a Java file. And in this resource folder, you can find out different types of resources like drawables, layouts, mipmaps, values, and XML files. And you just tap on this Gradle scripts and you can find out different types of Gradle building files. And now this structure will consisting 9 important parts. So I will give you an explanation about each and every part in brief. So what it consisting and which part when you are going to use in your Android development. So the important parts are this manifest, Java, and this drawable, layouts, mipmap. Again, in this value folder, you can find out like colors.xml, strings.xml, and this build or gradle of your project module. And these are 9 important parts. And now we'll describe about each and every part in brief. So this is your Android project structure. So the first is Android manifest.xml file, and the second one is your Java, and third one is drawable, layout, mipmap, colors.xml, string.xml, styles.xml, and build.gradle file. So before we are going to build any application in your Android Studio, you have to know about these 9 parts. So we'll see each and every part in brief. So I start with Android manifest.xml file. And now you can see your android.manifest.xml file. So this file is very important part of our application because it is going to define the structure and metadata of our application and its components and its requirements. So now you can see this is a manifest file. So this is for your application. So now it is going to create a different components and some of the requirements for your project. So you can see here it is going to create an icon and whatever the app name you are provided, and that will be taken as your project name, and your icon launcher, it will be launched in a round shape, and it follows the theme, means that your entire application will follow some theme, will provide you look and feel, and that is defined by your style folder under a theme option. And your Android name is your main activity, and these are some intent filters. So where you can start your application and everything is defined by this only. So this file includes nodes for each of the activities, services, content providers and broadcast receivers that make the application, and using the intent filters and permissions. It determines how they coordinate with each other and the other applications. So your manifest file will consisting everything like on your application from which you have to start. So when you launch your application, what icon you are going to display, right? And what theme your entire project can having, and everything is defined by this manifest file only. And these are the different, default features that is set in this manifest file when your project is built. So if you want to make any changes, you can do the changes here itself. So and the second is Java. So I already mentioned, when you create your project, it is going to create a main activity .java file. So which will provide you the functionality part for your GUI. So your project may consisting of any number of Java files that depends on your requirement. So all these Java files you can find out this in this folder. That is Java folder is contains all the Java source code files, and these files are used as a controller for your UI, and it gets the data from the layout files, and after it processing the data, the output will be again shown on your UI layout itself, and it works on the back end of an Android application. So I said already, your backend application, if your backend part designing, you're going to use Java application. So suppose for example, if you have a button on your UI interface, so now you click on this particular button, so it will retrieve an information from your UI, and it is redirecting you to some place. So again, you can see this functionality from your user interface only. So that is a purpose of this Java folder. And coming to a drawable. So drawable folder will contains all your resources, means different types of files. So like you can put here different types of images, shapes, different levels, scales, and everything you can define under this folder. So for example, if I want to design one logo for my application, so now I want to insert that logo into my application. So where I need to put, so first of all I need to put that image into this drawable folder. From that only I can access my um, own images. So that is the purpose of drawable folder. And now coming to our next one is a layout. So layout is nothing but, so once you create your project, your XML file is created, right? So this layout part will consisting all your XML files. So for this project, you can find out only one XML file. See here under this layout section, you can find out your main activity XML file. So which will show you this interface. And if your project, it may consisting of multiple activities. So you're going to see all your XML activity files under this folder itself. So once you click on this, it is going to open your interface part. So here it takes a linear layout, and in this linear layout, so now that application will consisting one button. So this layout means XML file will give you the UI which you design for that particular application. And the next thing is mipmap. So this mipmap folder will contains all the image asset files that can be used in your Android Studio applications. And you can generate icons of different types, like your launcher icon, or action bar, tab icons, and different notification icons. Suppose if you are trying to create one menu, so that navigation bar will consist in different options like open, close, notify, email, and everything, right? So for those options you are going to give some um, icons. So you can create those icons by using this mipmap option. And then the next is colors.xml file. So this color.xml file will contains the color resources of an Android Studio. So different color values are identified by unique name and that can be used in your Android application program. So whenever you create a project, so it is going to give some default colors which is used in your application. So those are defined with your application itself whenever it is created. And now you can add some other new colors to your application and you are going to use those things later in your application, right? So you can use this folder. Now you can see here it has created a resource and that is given with a name color. So now you can give color name equals to, and that color name you have to specify, and after that within the tag you have to give the hexadecimal value of that color code. So I'll show you in app itself. So see here, so this is your colors.xml. So now you can see in your project, so these are the colors which is predefined in your application when it is created. So now you want to add another color. So here you have to use the same tag, color name is equals to. Suppose if I want to give my color name as red, and you can take that colors hexadecimal value. Suppose here I'm going to give some value, it is in between 00000 to FF, and that is a maximum we have. So I'll try to define one color, and here I'm going to give some values. So now you can see this is a color, it's created with this XML value. So in your application, you want to use this color, you can use with this unique name. So that is a purpose of this color.xml folder. And after that we have strings.xml folder. So in this string.xml, so it will contain the string resources of an Android application. So the different string values we can define here, and those can be identified by unique names, and that can be used in your Android application program. And this file is also stores a string array by using an XML language. See here, this is a string name. So here we have default thing, that is an app name. So what app name you are provided, and that is going to be stored here. So for any string you can use in your application, and you can keep that string names that is going to be identified uniquely, and you can put those values into the string.xml file. And the next important is styles.xml file. So this styles.xml file will consisting the resources of your theme style in your Android application. So this file also is written in XML format itself. So like here you can find your style XML file. So it will provide you the theme which is used in your application. So once you launch your application, you can find out your header is having this color, your application is having this color, and whatever the things you are defined in this file, that uh, thing is going to be applicable for your entire application, right? So you have to define the style which you are going to apply for your application and everything in this styles.xml file. So the last and the most important is build.gradle. So that is your module and it will provide you your app name here. So and this define the module specific build configurations. So here you can also add some dependencies, whatever we need in your Android application. So this is your plugins and Android, and here we can find out the package is created, right? And it is going to be compiled at the maximum of SDK 32 and default configurations like minimum is SDK 21 and maximum is 32 and version is 1. And here you can see the build types and compile options. So here it is going to use my Java version is 1.8 and the dependencies. So these are some dependencies which I'm used in my project. So in later also whenever we want to use and we want to uh, take any dependencies that is going to be added in this dependency